Cue the music.
I don't just burn, pal.
Okay guys, Riley the Artist back, and we're going to take a look at the newly released 1960s Batman Batcave. Also keep in mind my voice isn't feeling too good today, so let's see how this goes.
Let's roll.
Okay guys, here's the box art for the Batman Classics TV series Batcave, and I do have to say so for myself, it's not half bad. It's pretty good. Now, as a kid, I grew up with the 1960s Batman reruns, and they were a big part of my childhood. Anyway, enough about me. Let's go and dig into the minifigures. Now, the four main minifigures, I should say. From left to right, we have Batman in his 1960s suit, Bruce Wayne, Burt Ward Robin, and Dick Grayson. Okay, starting off with Batman and Bruce Wayne. To start off with Batman, it's directly out of the TV show. It looks exactly like Batman from the 1960s TV show. But I do have one minor problem. Then again, most people with this type of Batman has this problem with it. The face. Lego still hasn't fixed the tanned face problem, printing a light color onto a dark head. They've done it with Batman before, they've done it with Captain America, and it's even happening to Adam West Batman. Seriously, Lego. Now, I do have to say that the Batman minifigure is fantastic. The blue, even the little bat in the yellow oval, and the bat belt with the kind of bronzed golden belt buckle is straight out of the TV show. I do have to say something about the Batman cowl. Yes, it's the same cowl we've gotten for the last year or so, but in this case, this is the first time we're getting printing on a Batman minifigure cowl. It's pretty amazing that Lego is going to be printing on Lego Batman cowls. And the little nose and even the eyebrows on the bat cowl is amazing, straight out of the TV show. And now for Bruce Wayne, which in my opinion is the most disappointing out of the two. We have Ezra's head again. Sure, it's a plain, ordinary face, but we have Ezra's head again. This time for Adam West, Bruce Wayne, Batman. Seriously, Lego. It's almost the same thing that they're doing with the Bruce Wayne Loki head that they've done how many times. If you're gonna give Bruce Wayne, Adam West, a rehashed head, at least give it a good head, like a Star Wars head maybe. Now, aside from the Ezra head, the torso, it's not bad. It does look like Bruce Wayne from the 1960s show. And the hairpiece, it makes this figure come together, I should say. Pretty much the torso and hairpiece is the only thing that look accurate to me. Now moving on to Robin and Dick Grayson. Now for Robin and Dick Grayson, they're pretty good representations of the 1960s Batman TV show. Robin looks fantastic. The mask, the hairpiece, the short yellow cape, the torso, the legs, the double molded arms are amazing. Starting off with the head is amazing. I love the little grin smile that he has. And the mask, it looks okay. The hairpiece, perfect for Burt Ward Robin. It's the same hairstyle they used in Lego Batman 3. Now, the torso is great. I love the color scheme. Obviously, it's directly out of the TV show. The R is perfect, and the little bronze brown gold that they have for the belt. And the arms. They have overmolded arms, overmolded sleeves, whatever they're called. Now for the legs. The legs are great representations. First off with the belt piece. A lot of LEGO minifigures with torso designs that go down to the legs, they usually get cut off. And in this picture, that's proven directly in this photo. That green line that separates the red from the waist piece to the torso. And it really destroys that effect that they're trying to do. Anyway, on to Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson, he looks great. A good representation of Burt Ward's Dick Grayson from the TV show. His outfit, the hair, and the head all look great. It's a little plain, but then again, in the TV show, he wasn't really wearing anything too fancy, so good for this figure. Now on to Alfred J. Pennyworth, played by Alan Napier. I won't spend too much time on this figure because, to be honest, there isn't much to go over. The torso, great. The hairpiece, perfect for this figure. But the head it's really where the character comes out for this minifigure. The head looks spectacular. The head looks a lot like Alan Napier, the actor who played Alfred J. Pennyworth. Now we'll move on to the villains for the set, and I have to tell you, there is a lot of good minifigures for villains in this set. Starting off with Catwoman, the ferocious feline, and Joker, the clown prince of crime. These figures are just amazing. Great, fantastic representations of the actors and of the characters from the TV show. Starting off with Catwoman, Catwoman's hairpiece, it's great. I believe this hairpiece first came in the collectibles minifigures line, I'm not sure which one, but it is a great hairpiece nonetheless. The torso, absolutely straight out of the TV show. I can't stress that enough with these figures. They're straight out of the TV show. And the head looks a lot like Eartha Kitt from the show. And now for Joker, the Clown Prince of Crime, played by Cesar Romero. And a little fun fact for you, while he was playing Joker, the actor who played him, he didn't want to shave his mustache, so anytime that he had to play the Joker, they just had to paint over it. That's why you see the little mustache design. It's not really that noticeable in the TV show, but it's pretty reminiscent of the Joker from the TV show. But nonetheless, the head looks amazing. Good representation of Cesar Romero, and the mustache design, they got that spot on. And the little design for the mouth. The hairpiece is amazing coloring for the Joker from the TV show. And the torso, it looks straight out of the show, and the legs, I'm a little confused about. I get that the Joker was wearing kind of striped pants, sort of, in the TV show, but they didn't have to do that design. It's unnecessary, but I'm glad they did it nonetheless. Now for the Penguin and the Riddler. Starting off with the Riddler, because he's the best out of the two. First off, great representation of Frank Gorshin from the TV show. The little grin, even the cheekbones that they have printed on there. The mask color, it's identical to the one from the show. I know I'm comparing these figures to the show, but you gotta remember these are from the TV show. The torso is a great representation of the Riddler's costume from 1966. The little kind of wackiness to the question mark on his chest, it's amazing. And now for Penguin, which in my opinion, he's the most disappointing minifigure out of this entire set. Watching the TV show, Penguin was one of my favorite villains, other than the Joker. Now, Penguin, he doesn't look anything like Burgess Meredith, the actor who played him, and it's just the same head that they used on every single Penguin minifigure from the DC superheroes. The same goes for the torso. It's the same one they used in the Arkham Asylum sets, I think. The only real part that's accurate from the TV show is the purple hat and the white gloves. That's it. Now, before I end the minifigure segment, I'm sorry that this review is already going longer than anticipated. But a while ago on Instagram, Flickr, Facebook, all social media sites, there was a picture released of Mr. Freeze, played by Otto Preminger, and I'm just wondering where he is in this figure, because a lot of us assumed that this Mr. Freeze figure would appear in the Batman Batcave set. And again, before I end the minifigure segment, there's another thing I'd like to address. Aside from all the fantastic minifigures in this set that I've already went over, there's one character missing from the set, and that character would be Batgirl. Batgirl was one of the best characters, in my opinion, from that TV show, and without having an actual physical minifigure of her, kind of is disappointing. TT Games did make a video game version of Batgirl from the 1966 Batman TV show, and that was a fantastic representation of Batgirl from that TV show. So why can't LEGO just take what LEGO Batman 3 did and make an actual physical version of Batgirl played by Yvonne Craig? And seriously, it's not that hard. They did it with Batman and Robin and a majority of the figures from that game. What makes me wonder about the absence of Mr. Freeze and Batgirl is LEGO might be potentially making a separate set with Batgirl and Mr. Freeze. We're not sure, but it's a good possibility. Another thing you might notice about this set is the absence of the Batboat. I'll get into that next video, but I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on this, okay? Anyway, that's probably enough with the minifigures. I know this review is already longer than it should have been. I know it's longer than usual for any other analysis video anyone has ever done. But I just realized how long this video is, and I'm gonna take a look at the vehicles and the actual Batcave set pieces next video. So all of you, thanks for watching, and keep in touch and keep watching the videos. Alright.
See ya.